make it jump, jump. You make it wanna jump, jump.
Howdy everybody, it's Kentucky Ranger. My little homage to Crisscross. I don't know, it's so crazy. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I do, because I'm a goof. Anyhow, today we are going to talk about, in case you didn't realize, the Arteck jump starter battery. This is a really cool battery. It's 2000 peak amps. It will jump start up to a 9-liter gasoline engine or an 8-liter diesel engine. And I have some video here. Mine's not 9-liter, it's only 6.3 liter. It's a Subaru Outback, but it's 6-cylinder, and you're gonna see it's really cool. We'll get to that in a minute. First of all, it comes in this really cool case. It's kind of soft, but kind of hard. It's like a hard cloth case, I don't know what you call that. But it's really cool, and then inside, you have one side that's padded. That's the instructions, it's nice and padded. That's where the battery fits. So the battery goes in there so you can store it. And it's got a nice little protective thing there. And then you've got your little doodads that it comes with. And the doodads, first of all, you get this really cool, it's USB to USB-C. Make sure that's focused. Micro USB, the thin micro USB, not the fat one. And Apple Lightning connector. So you're pretty much covered all bases with this. That's the really cool thing with this battery. Not only does it jump start cars, but if you look on the end here, first is the flashlight. We'll talk about that in a second. And you've got regular USB 3.0, which is 3 amp. Yeah, because regular USB is 2 amp. USB 3.0 is 3 amp. So you can quick charge phones that are compatible. And then this is where you plug in the charger, the jump starter. And then on the side, that's USB-C connector. That's where you connect it to charge it. And then this is a, I think it's 2.1 millimeter. Or how is that? 5.5 times 2.1. I think the 2.1 is a little doohickey inside there. And it's 5.5 millimeter, the diameter. So we're going to get into that too. That's really cool. So here's the jump starter part. It's cool because they've made these 2 different lengths. Plus the connectors inside, the clamps. It's isolated by the plastic casing on these. So when you go to hook these up, or you're carrying it around, chances are real slim that it's going to short. But if it does, this has all kinds of safety features. It has dead short protection, reverse polarity protection, overcharge protection, undercharge protection. It's just protected. Now when you plug this in, you're not going to be able to plug it in only one way, because see, this one end is flat and this is round. Okay, so when you plug this in, let me show you here. Give it my light. You see the squared off end? So there's no way that you can plug this in wrong. So you just plug that in, and when you plug it in, it starts this little cycle where it goes around and around. And what it'll do, and you'll see when I go outside and hook this up, as soon as you hook this up to a battery, this display is going to show how many volts the battery has, which is going to tell you, give you a rough idea of the condition of the battery. As long as it's 13, 14 volts, it might not be the battery that's the problem. If you have a battery that's 12 volts and under, yeah, you're going to have issues getting your car started. So that's kind of cool. It gives you that feature where you can kind of troubleshoot while you're doing what you're doing. Plus, another thing I'll show you when I'm outside, if you reverse these leads, don't worry, because this will flash and beep, and it'll tell you that you've reversed it. I'll show you that when I go outside too. So there's no way you're going to hurt anything. You short if this shorts out, it sets an alarm off too. So this is like a smart connector. So there's no way it's goof proof. No way that you're going to hook this up wrong or damage anything, which is good, because these modern cars, if you reverse the polarity like you're jump starting a car, you can destroy computer equipment, and you're getting into lots and lots and lots of money. Then it comes with this. It's a cigarette lighter adapter. I don't know if that's politically correct to call that cigarette lighter, but that's what it, back in my day, that's what the that accessory was for. And you just plug this in here. Now you got a cigarette lighter adapter that you can plug all kinds of things in. First thing I want to show you that's really cool. Now I found this after I bought this, and if you all remember this is the tire inflator. Same company, awesome tire inflator. You can check my video out. I'll have a link to the video of this down in the description. Oh, another thing, they watched the video and they contacted me and they said the gauge that I was using, my analog gauge, it was probably off, that they don't really allow for that extra pressure, and they said that you might want to invest in a digital air pressure gauge. So what I did is I went over to my brain just completely went blank, Discount Tire, and I had them check it with their extremely accurate gauge to this, and they're right. I think my gauge is goofed. So it's more accurate than I said it was. So there. Oh, another thing. Well, we'll get into it when I show you this. This is a really cool thing. Because if you're in an area where you're too far away from a car, or I don't know, you're mountain biking. I don't know if you'd want to put this in your mountain biking backpack. It's really not that heavy. Probably weighs 2 pounds, somewhere in there. I'll have to look in the description of this. I think they have the weight. It feels like it's about 2 pounds. That's my guess. We'll see how close I am. But if you're in a situation that you can't plug this into your car, then all you have to do is plug it into this. Man, if you don't drop it. And then you hit this red button to turn it on. I had that turned on. Anyhow, that shows. Now the reason it's 67% is because I just used this to jump start my car 3 times. It still has power left, but you'll see that. So when you turn that on, it shows you how much a percentage. I love the fact that it has that instead of just little LED dots. And as you can hear, it runs this. So you can pump bicycle tires, car tires. It doesn't matter where you're at. You got power. Another really cool feature that I'm really excited about is all of my studio lights are LED, and I just happen to have an adapter that plugs into the back of them. I can't really show you. Let's see if it shows on the camera. On the back here, it plugs in so that I can plug this into this and power that, or these big lights wherever I'm going. Now if I want to do 2 or 3 of these lights, say I want to take them to a remote area where there's no power, all I have to do, because they sell them on Amazon, is get a couple of splitters for this and some more of these, and just plug everything in. And at 2000 amps, plus it's lithium ion, and it's 22,400 milliamp hours. Lots of juice in this thing. So that's really cool. So if I want to like do some remote photography or something, I don't have to worry about, can I use some lights somewhere? I can actually use lights. That's really cool. I'll have a link where you can get these. Like I say, it's that goofy, was it 5.5x 2.1. It's kind of a weird, I'm used to just 3/4 inch plug or 3/16. So anyhow, I'll have a link to where you can get one of these. They're really cheap. I just happen to have this. I don't know where I got it from. Anyhow, but I'll have a link. I found one of these on Amazon, so that's really cool. What else? Well, I guess I'll take you outside and show you, because it speaks for itself. Oh, plus this is another one, China. I'm really liking this. Of course, that side's Chinese. The other side, if you look, the instructions are in readable type. It's big enough so old farts like me can read the directions. It's so simple to use. I mean, it comes with directions in case you need them. Like I say, everything's protected. This thing is so protected. In fact, you're going to see when I go outside, it kept thinking something was going on and it kept turning itself off. So, and I left that in because I wanted to make sure I did it unedited the first time, so you can see there's no shenanigans going on. Because what I did is I unhooked the battery from the car, which I was trying to be smart, because my car, all these modern cars, computers and all this stuff, when you disconnect the battery, you lose all that data. It wipes it out. In fact, it wipes it out so much on my car, I had to reset the power windows. I had to reset the motorized hatchback. And now I'm probably going to have to drive it 2 or 3 weeks just for the computer system to get it self-adjusted back to the smog control and all that crap. But anyhow, you'll see, you'll get a laugh out of it. It is really, really awesome. And like I say, it's not very heavy. Everything fits in this little case. And just for comparison, this is my old charger. I don't mind it. This thing must weigh 20 pounds. It's good. It's been a good one. But like for somebody like my wife or my daughter, if they're stuck somewhere, this is really hard to lug around. It's not that it's hard to use. It's just, it's got the jumper wires in the back. I think I'm getting it. Yeah. It's got an air pump, but it's just big and bulky. And you look, everything you need fits in this. I mean, here's, oh, my arm. Lord have mercy. And it's got a little light. I mean, it's cool and everything. How many? It's 1,000 amps. That's what gets me. This thing is 1,000. This is 2,000 amps. This thing has twice the power. Of course, this thing's like 11 years old, I think. Something like that. So it's an old timer, but it still works good. And I'd say this is going to stick around too. But look at the size difference. Look at this. Oops. There we go. You could almost. Oops, I've said it before. Well, I said it about this. You could almost fit it in your glove box. I'm kind of getting it to where y'all ain't gonna have no room in your glove box left. But in your trunk, would you rather have? Because these two combined is about the size of this one thing. So you know, I mean, like I say, this is cool, but I really like this because it's so easy to use. You just grab it, and like I say, I mean, a couple pounds, plug it in, jump start a car, and be on your merry way. And if you want to put air in the tire, this is really cool. I'll have a link in the description for the video on this, plus the link to this in Amazon. So if you're interested in buying this, you can get you one. It's awesome. These two are going to replace this. I don't know. I want to free up space in my trunk. I'll probably keep this around the house because there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just so freaking huge. It's like, man. Anyhow, let's go outside. You're going to see what this thing can do. I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty, we're out here on the carport, and see, I got this turned on. I've got the jump starter turned on. It's doing the circular. It's waiting for input. It wants to see what's happening. And what I want to do might be unconventional, but if you're in a hurry, and it can happen, you accidentally put these on backwards. When you do, this thing lets you know. It beeps, and let's see if I can get close here. It's got a little R. There you go. See the little R? That's letting you know that you, oh, I'm probably bumping and banging the crap out of that. That lets you know that you have reversed these. Okay, the next scene, I want to do something that nobody is ever going to have to experience, but I just want to show you how well this works. So hang on just a second. A few moments later. Yeah, before I do my extreme thing, when you first put this on, it's also, I forgot to show this. Well, see, I'm about ready to reverse it. When you plug it in, see, it's showing 15 volts, and so, well, 14.8. That's a good battery. If you had a bad battery, it would let you. That would show you instantly. You know, if it's like 10, 11 volts somewhere in there, you know there's something wrong. But if you've got a battery that's that strong, it's a good indicator that it's not the battery. But anyhow, this next scene, you're really going to see where this shines. So hang on. Much later. Alrighty, what I am going to do, make sure this is turned on, because I don't want to lose the memory in my car. I'll have to reset the radio and everything. That's why I've got it plugged in or hooked up right now. I want to go ahead and take lead off. Okay, I'm going to put a rag here so that you don't think there's some shenanigans going on. That's completely disconnected. Now this is a 2015 Subaru Outback with an 8.6. It's 3.6 liter 6-cylinder engine. I'm gonna go in here and start it, uncut. If this don't work, I'm gonna show it. If it does work, we're all golden. So let me get in the car and see what it does. you go. I had to switch this over here. I had it over here. I'm gonna have to reset my radio now anyway. That was completely disconnected. That just shows you the power of this thing. That a big 6-cylinder engine, you know, it's 3.6. I don't have a V8 or anything that powerful, but yeah, with this hooked up, let me try it one more time. We're at 73%, so we'll see if it does it again. Now, this jump starter, when you're jump starting a car, it's using a lot of current, because this is a worst case scenario. This is if your battery is completely gone. Most times there's going to be some battery life left, and this is just going to help. But this is worst case scenario. Let me try it one more time, see how this works. Oh, it keeps turning off. Gnats are getting me. I have to reset it. There we go. Okay. We'll do it now. Okay, here we go. Okay, I mean, it works. So that's twice it's jump started this car. That clicking noise you heard, I had the accessory thing turned on. It wasn't the starter. I'm not sure. There's like 20 solenoids in here doing weird things with the computer. Hey, it started this car twice. It's amazing that it can do that without the battery, completely without the battery. This is just this starting a 6-cylinder engine. Wow. So anyhow, we'll go back in the studio, finish this up. This is amazing. I wonder if it'll do it. Since I've already lost the memory here, we'll try this one more time. So this will be 3 times. See, that's an automatic. That's not the starter. Yeah, everything's coming on. You can even hear the blower motor. Let me try it one more time. It turned itself off. Hang on, like I said, this is live. I'm not. It reset itself, so let me do that. I want to see if I can get 3 starts out of this. Okay. Weird. Hang on. Alright, that's 3 starts without the battery. That beeping you hear, I've drained it down where it wants me to recharge it. That's 3 times this thing has jump started this. We're at 68%. That's just this battery alone starting this car. I think that's awesome. So now we'll go back to the studio and finish this up. Alrighty. What'd you think? Jump started my car 3 times without the battery connected. And like I said, that's worst case scenario. 99.9% of the time, it's just going to be a battery that's just not quite got enough juice to get the car going. But if you run into a situation where the battery is just done, there's nothing, and you can't get any doner than disconnecting your battery. So I sacrificed having to reset everything so y'all could see what this could do. And it showed after 3 jumps, it was beeping, but what I should have done is done one more jump, because I know it had enough power to get it going again. Because you could hear it turn that 6-cylinder engine over like it was nothing, you know. So lots of confidence that this is definitely going to do a lot of good. Plus, I charged it when I first got it. I think it was like at 80%, so I plugged it in. It only take, I think they said from dead, from it being I think 50% to fully charged only takes 4 hours. So you just plug it into your computer, and the way you do it is you use this, and you're going to reverse the flow. You just plug this. You just plug that in there, and then you take this USB plug and you just plug it into anything, any kind of USB outlet. I would say it would charge faster if you had USB 3.0. USB 2.0 would probably take it a little bit longer, because USB 2.0 is what, 2.5 amps, and USB 3.0 is 3 amps. So I mean, that's how easy this thing is to charge. I mean, 5 Rangers for sure. This is really, really cool, and this is going to replace old big feller here in my car, because with this air pump, I don't really need this if I'm, using it, just to air up my tires. But if I'm in a situation where I'm out somewhere, like if you're bicycling, mountain biking or something like that, you can pump your tires up. Of course, y'all have manual pumps, but still, I still think it's cool. So anyhow, that's it in a nutshell. Oh, I need to sneak this in. I forgot. The light. Push the power button, hold it, it turns the light on. And you push it again, it'll do SOS. I think that's really cool. Push it again, it'll do like an opening scene. It'll do strobe. I don't know, I guess I got so excited about everything else I forgot to talk about that. And you push it, hold it, and it turns it off. And the light, if you're just using the light like you're going to use this in an emergency situation, it will stay lit for over 120 hours. So that's what, 4 days, 5 days. So you'll have 5 days worth of light out of this if that's what you're going to use it for. So yeah, I'm sneak this in. I'll go back. Sorry. I gotta cut in one more time. I forgot one of the things I was going to show you about this. I got one of these. The brand name on this is Slime. I think they're the ones that make that green tire gook. The reason I got this one, I think it was the cheapest one. There's a bunch of them that sell these, and what they do, me being disabled, it's hard for me to get down and screw this on each tire valve to check or fill the tires. So I got this. What you do, you just screw it on, and then you take the tire valve. Well, it ain't a tire valve, but it's the same thing. It's you stick it on the end and you clamp it down, and then you can fill it up when you're done. You just flick that, and then you can use it on these too. It makes it easy for these. Put it on there, stick it on the football or basketball. I was getting ready to say baseball. You gotta pump a baseball up. But I'll have a link in the description for this. It's something, it's only if you need it kind of thing, and I kind of need it, so I just wanted to share that. Makes it a lot easier. Anyhow, that's it. Quick cut in. Back to the review. I don't think, plus this has a 2-year warranty. That's what I seen on the that's another thing that really impressed me. It has a 2-year warranty, so if anything goes wrong with this, they're going to help you figure out what might be wrong or replace it, fix it, whatever they need to do to make you happy. That's one thing about Arteck. Just like this pump is, if something's wrong, they reach out to you, just like they reached out to me and said, no, if there's something wrong with this and it's not pumping right, please send it back and we'll send you another one. But I figured out that's not what it was my air gauge. So they're awesome people. Awesome jump starter. So that in a nutshell, that's it. 5 Rangers. God bless y'all, and we'll see you on the next review. Take it easy.